Hello!
Hi.
Welcome back to Bookend Gaming.
I have stage fright.
And I'm Travis. It's Katawa.
It is Katawa. Yay! What just happened? We were at a slumber party.
Yeah, we just woke up and Lily's telling us she has to go back to Scotland.
What is this? Is this like one of those little wind-up bowling balls that like those
What
little
is a wind-up bowling
toys,
ball?
and it skids around?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The end.
Bowling ball toy?
You're Lily. Just read.
What are you talking? Okay, I think I may have already read them. Okay. I'll be going back to Scotland for a week or two soon.
Oh, really? Is that why we had to reschedule Hanako's birthday party?
Yes, the world revolves around me.
She gives an affirmative nod. You'll be able to see your family again, at least. You're not looking forward to it?
I'll never see my family. I haven't met my family in 6 years. I don't even know how to act around them anymore.
But you've met them.
I don't speak Scottish.
Wait, what? My mouth hangs open as I try to process what she said. I don't understand not liking your family.
Yeah, I mean, when you live half the world away, it's pretty hard to see them on the regular.
If she's 18, that means she'd have been only 12 when they left.
It's quick math.
I may have seen very little of my parents, what with them being working long hours, but that's... I feel utterly useless as I struggle to find some way to respond. But why?
Why did they leave, or why are they inviting Akira and me back?
Yes. Both, I suppose.
My father's business had its headquarters in Scotland. An executive position became available for him there. In the end, he had to move permanently. My mother followed him, but Akira and I stayed in Japan for the sake of both Akira's job within the Japanese branch of my father's company and my education. As for the latter, one of my aunts is gravely sick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is she hot? Don't be. She sucks. It feels strange, really. We're being summoned there for her, yet we've barely met before. I can't even remember the sound of her voice. It's probably British.
Equally strange is the total lack of antipathy she feels towards her family for doing such a thing. I can't help feeling slightly humbled. That said, her wistful exterior is just hiding her emotions. Her wistful posterior, on the other hand. Seeing her like this is depressing. Knowing what to do, I lift myself off the bed. Lily notices the bed's movements, her head perking up and her hand reaching sideways to feel where I was.
Hisao?
Don't go. I walk over to my bag, still leaning against the wall. Unbuckling the front flap and retrieving the opaque bag from within, I take the small plain box in my hands.
Will you marry me?
Hold out your hands, Lily. She looks surprised for a moment, but eventually acquiesces.
She, cups her hand and opens her mouth. Oh, I thought something
really?
else.
I heard the unbuckling and thought... I'm amused by her look of curiosity when I placed the music box into her open palms, her typically delicate way of handling it making it seem as if it were fragile enough to break if breathed on.
Is this a brick?
She wordlessly brings it out in front of her face, her slender fingers feeling out its contours and patterning. Should have put my dick there. Eventually, her fingers find the recessed line between the lid and body of the box, and her thumb effortlessly pops open the lid.
Ah, Splinter.
Snakes pop out of it.
Gotcha!
I take a seat on the bed next to her, watching her face silently and intently. She sits completely motionless as she listens to the diminutive, tinny melody, her mouth just slightly open.
I was thinking tiny. I was like,
yeah.
That's not right.
It takes a long while before she closes the lid with a small snap, bringing the curtain down on the miniature performance playing in her hands.
You've just activated my sleeper agent.
The smile on her face, gentle and wistful, shows that I made the right decision. Think of it as a going-away present for your trip to Scotland.
I will.
A restless shuffling can be heard from the floor in front of us, the sound having woken Hanako. Oh, zombie!
Forgot she was here.
She climbs out of the blankets I put over her, looking befuddled and wiping the sleep from her eyes. I see you're finally up.
What?
I said I see you're finally up.
What are you, deaf?
Hanako looks around the room with her eyes only half open, her mind far from being as awake as her body. Her dazed state makes me and Lily chuckle.
A hue. Look at them legs.
As Lily gets off the bed and tends to Hanako, I take one last look around the room at her legs. I guess I'd better be going then. There'll be questions if I am seen leaving the girls' dormitories in the morning.
He didn't do the proper way to leave. You go, well,
yeah.
Slap your knee.
That's just the dad way to leave.
Yeah, it's true. Goodbye, Hisao.
You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah. Oh, goodbye.
I stand and walk to the door, picking up my somewhat lighter bag along the way.
I mean, how heavy was that music box, really?
Right? I mean, it can't be that big.
Yeah.
After I leave the room and enter the hallway, though, I hear Lily's footsteps behind me.
Run!
Huh? What's wrong? I hate the music box. Without a word, she strides up to me. I freeze as I feel her hand slide onto my cheek, seemingly every nerve taking in the feeling of her fingers and palm upon it.
Fully torqued.
Immediately after, her face slowly moves next to mine. Whoa, a light momentary touch of her lips brushing against my other cheek. For a moment, everything seems to stand still. I absentmindedly bring my fingers to my cheek as if trying to recapture that fleeting feeling. Lily.
That's my thank you, Hisao.
Thank you?
Should have got a bigger music box. For your present. Have a nice day in school.
I can buy you more presents.
Yeah.
And with that, she disappears behind her door and gently closes it, the muffled voices of her and Hanako audible through it much as they were yesterday night.
I kissed him.
I think I'd be hard-pressed not to have a nice day. After that, I head to the showers. I walk away with a certain spring to my step. I think there were some people around that glanced at me emerging from the girls' dormitory building. That's right. But I find it difficult to care.
Give them the finger guns.
Right. Like, you know exactly what happened.
Yeah. It's not the walk of shame, it's the walk of fame.
And then I went to bed. Again.
Nothing important happened for weeks.
The next day.
He-chan!
Oh, no. Go away.
He-chan!
Leave me alone.
Come on, He-chan.
Let me sleep. Humph.
Bah humbug.
After 2 nights of not being able to sleep at all, the last thing I want is to be woken when I finally manage to. It may be the last period of class with a textbook as my pillow, but I'll take whatever sleep I can get by this point. I mean, I don't think the teachers would agree with that.
Mutao's probably passed out too. He-chan, even She-chan wants you to get up.
Does it look like I care? I don't care what Shizune wants. Leave me alone.
At least not on this route. Jeez, He-chan. I'll just have to wake.
Wait, Misha's going to?
You?
This is bad. I'm up. You don't have to. Whatever you were going to do. What was she going to do?
I don't know.
Okay.
Gonna,
I can feel my face.
Should have let her do it.
Yeah, flowering into a scarlet red blush. Was she going to, rest her boobs on his head or something?
Yeah, what is... I'm so curious.
The students still in class are sitting bolt upright and staring at the shouting fool who was sleeping just moments before. Damn it. I let my head smack back down onto the table with a noticeable thud.
Wahaha!
Misha's trademark uncontrolled laughter reverberates through the classroom. If anyone else has to laugh like that, you have to pay her $50.
Every time she laughs, TM!
As I turn my mournful eyes to the bespectacled Shizune beside her, she carefully adjusts her glasses, desperately trying to maintain a look of serious disapproval. Narrowing my eyes, I can see the badly hidden grin spreading across her face. Et tu, Shizune?
Stab, 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 stab.
Shizune looks away quickly as she crosses her arms tightly, barely on the edge of her control.
Wahaha!
Misha's laughter doubles in volume as she glances at Shizune. All I can do is drag my hand down my face in resignation. You two.
Who was the one who slept in class, He-chan?
Yeah, it was me.
Poor She-chan was having a fit trying to wake you up, weren't you?
I move my eyes back to the standoffish Shizune, who with a single huff of confirmation, returns to looking away with her arms crossed. Why was Shizune trying to wake me up?
She-chan wanted to give you the handouts the substitute teacher gave out while He-chan was sleeping. See, Mutao is hungover. He didn't even show up.
Handouts? Whoa, jeez! I suddenly find 2 sheets of paper thrust down in front of my face.
I can't read this.
What is this? This is bluroglyphics. Following the hand holding them, I see the still pouting figure looking down at me with a distinct scowl. I guess I really am in the wrong here. Sorry about that. Not ice. Her irritated face still holds. I clasp my hands together and flick my head downwards in apology. Very, very sorry. Don't punish me.
Or do.
She huffs and simply drops the papers on the desk. Damn.
Useless.
I look up over my hands to see Shizune and Misha signing frantically to each other. A look of frustration on Shizune's face. Frustration! It looks to be less of a dialogue and more of a tirade, punctuated with sidelong glances at me. To say it's unsettling is an understatement.
We know where you live!
We know where you were last night. Two suddenly stop signing and look at me in unison, both having exactly the same look of disapproval. In one fluid motion, Misha's hand suddenly extends high above me and comes rocketing down.
Jeez.
Before I can even hope to react, my head is sent bouncing up and down like a jack-in-the-box.
The end. You died.
Bad ending. Ow! Death by Misha. I quickly bring
the table.
I quickly bring my hands to my head, more out of reflex than actual pain. Ow! What was that for? What are we, in an anime? Stop it!
Right?
I open my eyes to see the two grinning at each other while exchanging an enthusiastic thumbs up.
She-chan says she forgives you now, He-chan.
Could you forgive me with a little less force next time?
Wahaha!
We're strong with the force. I look at the two with a blank face. Misha and Shizune, 1. Hisao, 0. Ellipsis.
Oh, She-chan also says that you should check your student mail more often. Oh,
Here you go.
here we go
Great.
with this.
She produces a bright yellow envelope and hands it over with an exuberant grin.
It was open when we got it, I swear.
Strange, who could have written me a letter? Now is not the time, and most definitely not the place to find out, though. I mean, why not? Who's here?
It's from?
Giving up on the nap so cruelly stolen from me, I rub my forehead and slowly get up, putting the sheets and envelope in my bag before swinging it over my shoulder. I mean, this is the easiest girl to hide it from.
That's true.
I take a step back and move to depart with a small bow, while Misha clutches her sides laughing, and Shizune nods back in a curt farewell.
Bye forever.
That was... like, we haven't interacted with them, like, at all.
Yeah, it was weird.
That was almost out of place in this playthrough.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to do a Misha voice.
I joined the flow of students exiting the open door and turned the corner into the hallway, only to end up face to face with Hanako.
Ew.
Whoa! Hey, Hanako.
Good afternoon, Hisao.
Something happened.
I forgot your name.
Something's bad. Silence falls between us as busily chatting students pass us by. She's fidgeting constantly, her eyes drawn to her rather unremarkable footwear.
Can't believe they let you in here with them shoes.
Damn, Daniel.
Killing it with the white kids.
What a weird thing to just put her down about.
Yeah.
By the way, your shoes are ugly. I take the bridge of my nose in my fingers while I blink my eyes heavily in an attempt to make things seem clearer. I'm barely staying awake as it is.
Only thing that distracts from that disgusting face is those shoes.
Hanako, you want to say something. What is it?
I wanted to give you this.
Hmm?
It's another letter.
She leans in and kisses my cheek. She holds out a small rectangular piece of paper. I blink again to make out the text through barely open eyes, slowly starting to make out what's written.
Do
Stop
you
saying
like
make
Lily?
out.
YN.
Eggs X2, bread loaf X1, whole grain cereal X1, time X1. A shopping list? No, song lyrics. I look upwards, raising an eyebrow.
It's my password. I usually go shopping with Lily, but I can't come, so...
You want me to run errands for you?
It's okay if you don't want to. I just thought that maybe, if I flashed you, you'd be cool with it.
I would be very okay with that. She's panicking. I sigh. Yet another battle lost, though this time by a weakly fought surrender. She's setting up a date.
Is she? Or are we just gonna have to go shopping by ourselves?
I don't know. She said that she can't go, but Lily's gonna be there.
Yeah, but why? Where is Lily then?
I don't know. We'll go find her.
Okay, she's gonna be walking into a tree.
Yeah. Just completely unaware. I don't think that's how it works.
You don't know!